I'm live. Oh no, I'm live. Why does it keep flashing? Oh, we got Eevee in the background. I think? No, it might change. Uh-oh. Yeah. Ba-ba-ba. Bum-ba-dum. Bum-ba-da-ba. Bum-ba-da-da-dum. Bum-ba-da-ba. Bum-ba-da. Bum-ba-dum. Yep. We live now. Oh man, there's one viewer. It's me. It's my other. It shouldn't count. We here. We are now. Ba ba da ba ba da dum. So how are these supposed to really work? They're like you just say, "Hey, we're live," and then you still have to wait a good 2 minutes or something. And anytime now, waiting for a few more people to show up. Anytime now. Da 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 da. Any moment now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba ba ba. How much longer do you wait? Yeah, sure, we'll Google that. Okay. Hello. Start. Well, that's not what I was waiting for. Yeah, it helps when you notify somebody directly through a comment reply. Wait. Before. You should begin content and engagement interactions within the first 30 seconds. Oh no. I guess this is as best as we get. Hello, and welcome to my second stream. Hang on. I need. I got some glare on my glasses now. But the top hat's not coming in. Where's my top hat? Give me the top hat. Give me the top hat. Oh, all the hotkeys have changed back. Except for the one for the glasses. That's great. Let me just... Yeah. And then we'll just remove the hotkeys for the other ones. Yeah, we shouldn't have a bunch of overlapping hats again. Perfect. Top hat. What are we building? Let's go. So, if you've seen the last one, maybe you haven't. Oh well. Here, for DC20, making characters live, we just theorycraft what a character would be if we were to randomly generate them. We got all our classes here. We got all our ancestries here. And the fun damage type wheel, where if given the options of what kind of damage we want to be dealing, this is how we pick them and sort of theme it around that. Our great example for Warlock last time is like, well, we have to pick whatever spell school. We got 3 spell schools to pick from. How do we narrow down which one to pick? We landed on Radiant. Okay, we need the it's called Invocation school, because that's the one that deals the radiant damage. Now, what happens when we pick like a martial class? We'll find out. So let's see how much more I can. Let's see if we can do a lot more today, so that I can try and get some more footage to make some shorts, which will be clouding your subscriptions in August. It's a barbarian. I forgot to rename this to the Berserker, because we know that's what the next class it's going to be renamed to. We're making a Berserker. Now this is where it could be interesting. Oh! The Shadowborn. I have to, like, look back into what that class even does. what it do? What did I do? Boop. Expanded content. Oh, nope. Terraborn. I will zoom in so that people might not screen cap. That's probably how it works. Ooh. Well, in the darkness. Take the hide action, you make invisible. You are invisible in addition to being hidden until you take the attack action and make a noise. Spoopy. Umbral resistance, dark vision. You don't sleep. That's not much. Illusionary magic. Escape artist is there. Indescribable. Okay. Mana, dark vision again. Sunlight sensitivity. Yay. Okay. Yeah, it's mostly just Shadow Clerk. Cloak. Just Shadow Cloak. Now, we're gonna get it easy by getting a physical damage type? Or is it gonna be weird and we get Radiant? Oh, man. Lucky us. Lucky us. So we got ourselves. We'll start from that, and then we get to roll the class again to see what other ancestries and stuff we get. I keep forgetting to erase that done, and then we're gonna actually save over this so that I don't have to keep making that change. So this is a burr. You know what? I'll check to see if we can use a DCCrit. I'm gonna guess no. Oh! Ooh, flavor text. Yes, okay. Well, we can just use this now for a bit. I know we have our changes over there, but thanks again for letting me early access this little prototype. So, Shadow Cloak, Dark Vision, and the Sleeveless. We'll work with that. We might not need. Oh, we actually don't need Umbral Resistance, which I assume is overvalued here. Because Berserker, their rage already gives them resistances. So, okay, I have to actually see vampires here. Lightfall, Climb Speed, Dark Vision, Ethereal, don't age magically, don't need. Okay, there's the brief. I was like, all that is kind of ribbon feature stuff. Life Sight. Mist. Dude, these are. I'm feeling too long didn't read. Short rest, 2 AP, turn yourself into. Saves. Pass through the. Can't attack or use missiles to cast spells. That while you're in this state. Okay. Thunder. Nightwalker. Do we miss Blood Drinker? Climate change. Cold. Fast reaction. Requires vampire fangs. Whoa, yeah, there's a lot in here. It'd be nice if they weren't just all alphabetical order. So then they could like, oh yes, it's like this and to that, to that, to that. But we'll hold on to that. If what we roll right now for the second ancestry isn't any different or whatever, let's do that now. And we'll roll this one. Oh, yay, Gremlin. Yay. Well, we'll see what the. Yeah, Gremlin. Mold Earth. Escape Artist. Oh, this is still Goblin. Sneaky. I mean, that would pair well, I think. You can hide better and you can become invisible. Thrilling. Once per round. When a hostile creature is within 5 spaces, you become timid. I mean, that's all we want. That I feel like that's what we need. Additions your and then the halfling disguise is there. Yeah. Yeah. You know, frankly, I was kind of like not keen for this ancestry that much. so I'm not sad that it's not coming to the main core of rules if you haven't checked that. But yeah. Oh yes, once it's thrilling. I guess we should take that, but then yeah, that's all we get. So then we gotta make sure we spook people. We can get more ancestry traits later. But now we still get to pick whatever weapon we want, but we do at some point need to get some umbral damage. So oh yes, attribute. I can roll this one too, even though I really want this to be an agility guy. I rolled a 1. It's a might one. And the bad. And the dump stat. It's 4. Come on. Okay, well, at least I want the agility. And we could just. Does he need the charisma? Does he need the charisma? And we'll put it in there. Just cause. Intimidation maximized. all he does is scare. Oh, I missed out on. No, I did do this last time. What's the spookiest one? But halfling. Ooh, whatever, it's halfling. And then disguise. The occult. Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, but he's also dumb. I forgot about that part. Let's make sure we get glass blowing. If we knew what any of these like other trades to make stuff would actually do mechanically, I'd be like, oh yes, that's one definitely. Otherwise, it's like me lockpicking there. Yeah, that makes sense. And we get the mecha maneuver. Hmm. 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 Any suggestions? Maybe Swiss Strike. And then we'll get. What's all? We don't really need defensive maneuvers if we're a berserker. Except if we want to actually help people. Heroic pass through. Haha! That's. See the details, like I said. We can now scoop by people and bring other people along. That whatever. Of course, now I can just pick whatever weapon I want. There was like a cool grim, like a scythe or something. I feel like that would be. That wait, there is, isn't there? Sickle, scythe, scythe. Look at that. Uh, armor. Yeah. Oh wait, no, Berserker. Going naked. I mean, the sickles. I don't know how. Okay. We'll take two. Because we can dual wield. And, oh. I didn't save. I didn't save. It doesn't matter because, like, we can't go past level 1 anyway. But there's another demonstration, everybody. Hooray. Berserker. Yeah, Berserker. The shadow. And I guess obviously we got to pick the spookiest subclass as well, which I forgot what it's called. Oh my gosh, I forgot what the class is called. I was just looking that up. Spirit Guardian. It's the spoopy one. We can just shove people, and what is it? Hang on. No. Spoopy. And we picked, yeah. 3. 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Okay. Dots. Beep. Oh, wrong color. Beep. Boop. Pop. And I don't want to change all the numbers. We know what this stuff. We know how this works. We need our. How's it spelled? Scythe. 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 Okay, fine. Fine. Spelt. It's just the only vowel is the E at the end and the Y, but we know what that is. Then it should be able to just. Yeah. And then the sick L. And yeah, we're doing fast. We just it's a sickle and a scythe. 2 scythes. And we already picked the ancestry traits of. Already forgot. Shadow Cloak? Dark Vision. Dark Vision. What? Thrilling. Thriller. Class feature, because what? It's Rage and whatever Berserker is being recalled to. Berserkers Strength. That's my bet. That's my That is my bet for what they're recalling that class feature to. Now that the barbarian is being called berserker, and we'll grab the quick strike, and I guess do you really need swift strike? Do we really need swift strike when you also have charge? Berserker's stride. Stride might be because we have an ancestry trait for Beastborn called Charge, and I like that because it's ramming into people. But then Berserker also has his own thing, and maybe Stride would be it. But yeah, thanks. H pass through. And I guess we could just combine. Yeah, we could just combine them. And I'll just keep that there just in case we roll a magic class. Because we still have to pick what are we multi-classing into? A wizard did it. Yeah. Fudge. So, I mean, Arcane Sigil, you kind of have to stay in one place, while the Berserker kind of needs to move around with melee range, and you can't really cast spells while in melee range, at least most of them. So we might just have to go with the Spell School Initiative. And also, only now am I seeing, yeah, you can use this feature once per long rest, but also regain the ability to use it again when you roll for initiative. For the longest time, I was like, oh, well, you gotta wait until you roll for initiative before you can then use this feature again after your long rest. No, depending on how many combat encounters you deal with, you can cast this thing like 3 times maybe. That's what they're expecting you to do. So yeah, going from you learn 2 spells to now you get 3 extra mana just to cast those spells. Yeah, it's pretty good. So now we get to pick some arcane spells for our Berserker. And I guess the spell with the school with the illusions are in Conjuration. Oh yes, and we still have to also pick which spells the damage type as well. So since we have some melee weapons, we can just get a ranged spell like Umbral Bolt. Let's do that right now. Just cause. Wait. Vampiric Touch. Is it either Vampiric Touch? Yeah, this is gonna go hard. Now we should have really got that vampire ancestry. Um, but yes, if we are dealing with illusions and stuff, a free casting of illusionary duplicate. That sounds nice. Because that's the only one. um, illusionary image, not really a combat trait. That's even less of a combat trait. So I feel like I'm forgetting one of these, but oh well. A minor illusionary image. You should maybe still learn that, but then what can we increase the size? Add center smell or texture, program it. It's the one to make things scared, but you don't really roll to scare people with this. Now, School of Enchantment, on the other hand, there is the Fear spell, and we can cast that for free if we're doing that. Maybe we want that. So that plus message, mockery, plane of protection, mind blast, shatter reality, slumber. Well, no, it's a lot of MP, and it does get rid. No, it doesn't. The mana spend limit is still applied, right? Yes, the mana spend limit still applies. Okay, I knew that. I knew that much. That is mockery. It's a funny way to taunt people. Oh, we should have got a heroic intimidate if we wanted to, like. Yeah, that's way better than pass through. Yes, heroic intimidate, and then we need double checking. Yeah, so this can frighten people as well. So we don't need the fear spell. We can just use that, and then we can still have illusionary duplicate disguise self. I forgot that's the other illusion spell. And then there's Mystic Weapon, dealing umbral damage. That one could be described as your ghosty buddies. They have weapons too, but only their weapons appear to slash at people. Let me just see. Effortless. The inhibition. The weapon must make a mental save. And they subtract 4 from their checks. That is a little bit of Bane. Pretty nice. Of course, we're sustaining. So Mystic Weapon. And illusionary double. Oof. Decisions. We can get more stuff later anyway, right? So it's not like we need this right now. So Vampiric Touch is what we're getting through the path progression, and then Mystical Weapon can be that one, and illusory every duplicate. We can't use both of these at the same time because they're both sustained spells until we get the effortless enhancement. And, we get some reductions as well. So, okay, and we got to put here spell school initiative. There's no spell check in here. And I don't want to go find it again. Initiative. Initiative? And there's also illusion. Thank you. There's also illusionary image through there. Maybe mage armor. Mage armor is also pretty good. Well, we already got okay PAD already, but then PDR. No, we're berserkers. We don't need the mage armor, except if we want to give it to someone else. Right, I forgot that part. It's whatever. Duplicates. And yeah, we could pick more ancestry, get more ancestry traits at level 4. Whatever. Let's I forgot what the Spirit. No, I got it right. Whatever it's called. And I mean, we don't really need mage armor if we were to instead get brace, which we can get brace thanks to Astral Guardian. Okay, it's Astral Guardian, Spirit Guardian. We will learn. We can learn both parry, brace. Berserkers do only get AD. And so we could be using mage armor to give other people that. It's just we currently have built them to have enough AD that we don't really need to have a spell that gives them more AD. Giving it to other people, yeah. But then, and again, rage still gives damage reduction, so if anything, we could have been raising his PD, but also we still have Berserker's stamina regen, which almost requires us to get hit, so we still want the PD being attacked. I was getting attacked with the PD. And so the parry and brace, if we need to block a parry, block a single target attack, we have parry for that. But we'll mostly be using this with Astral Guardian's ability to use parry and brace from a long distance. On top of that, there's also the shove action. Oh. Yeah, good luck with the brace, guys, because I want heroic shove. We can enhance the shoves. We can enhance the shoves, you guys. Let me just demonstrate. We got, let's go back up here. Utilities. Heroic shove. With the heroic shove action, we can increase the speed, we can do it when we're prone, and we can do a mass shove to protect everyone in the aura. And I guess it should still be centered on us, so yeah, I think this is only just to increase the push. It's a shame. Okay. That's it. Alright. And now we gotta deal with another talent. And I mean, I'm still allowed to grab general talents. Insists. I don't remember what it's called. Ancestry increase. Here at level 4, we now have 6 ancestry points to spend on stuff. So, what was the illusionary? Illusionary magic. Check. Surprise. Check. We'll use illusionary image. Now we can just get illusionary image for free. That's 4, I think. Oh, there's only 1. Add the depth footwork. We shouldn't need the sneaky. Huh. Oh. So maybe we don't need. Oh, that's really good. When you start your turn, speed increase. Well, that's got to be buffed. I just forgot. Fearsome, sure. Fearsome. Then, oh, what school of magic does darkness come from? Not this one. It's probably a nullification. The darkness. I feel like we should have gotten that one. Which we still can, because we can go down the path of magic. Darkness. The darkness. And we could still get. We still got 1 more point left. And that can go towards. I mean, give chase. Needs to be buffed. Natural weapons, quiver speed. Climb speed? Climb speed. Yeah, it's a nullification, I know, huh? I feel like we need some mana, sure. Even more mana. So I guess. Yeah. Just mana. Mana plus. So that would give us 3. Yeah, we get 3 each. So 3, 6. Oh, yes, I have to. 3. Boop. There. So 7. Why are you white? And then we should have start with 2, and then we did. I had that. I gotta stop using the number pad. We only have the 7 stamina points. Yeah, this is the scary scary berserker from the shadows. I like it. Yeah. So let's see if that can be a video. I could find some way to edit down. How long has this been? Yeah. Let's say yes. File save as. We don't have a name for him. Shadow Rage. Shadow Rager. Ta-da! Only got that saved. So now we can just. Oh, I can't revert. I have to open. Blank. Let's go again. And this time we won't use a DCCrit. Sorry. Whoa! Huh. Okay. Okay. That's. And do we roll the other ones? Well, we'll start with this. Level 1. It's a sorcerer. We got elf. We are elf. And we'll roll the D4. No, please. Don't follow me. Come on. We got 4. And 1. Alright, so. My hat. That's it. That's all the change we need. Sorcerer. Yeah. It's just like, oh, well, it's just someone with the power of poison coursing through their veins. The subclass? Oh, yeah. Thinking that a witch afterwards, sure. But the stuff coursing through our veins. So let's just, I kind of need to know what the other stuff is. Then we can maybe. Oh, we're straight classing the wizard. And the human. Ah! The witch is the wizard one. Yes. And now we can, except we're starting with sorcerer, so we'd have to be becoming a witch in level 6. Oops. You get halflings stuff. What's this? Just the. We gotta get nimble. We gotta get the overpriced speed increase. You know, I feel like going armorless. 1, 2. Well, I guess we don't really need the speed if we see. Whatever. We don't need speed. 1, 2, 3. And human resolve, sure. We got enough skill points, so we don't need to get the skill expertise one. Self will. Nimble. Three, 2, 3, 4. Got the other one. Do you want to climb? Do one Pearson shots. We'll just put the climb speed, sure. Innate powers, right? Is it innate sorcery? Innate sorcery. And overload magic. Mm-hmm. And so again, we have we can get spell school initiative again. We could pick elementalist, and then we can get even more poison spells, which we might as well just get rid of maneuvers. We're not learning any maneuvers. Poison bolts. Tox. That's. Yeah. Have you guys seen this? This spell look up. Any tags. Poison. Blight bomb. Toxic burst. Oh, that's kind of it. That is it. We would learn all of the poison spells already. So we might actually take arcane sigil. It'd be, I feel like it's a little more overkill to have both overload magic and arcane sigil. But I mean, nothing's stopping us. Nothing is stopping us. And then yeah, we can just take over pre. It's just prepared spell. Yeah. Prepared spell. And we could literally pick anything. Probably poison. Okay. So seeing as there's actually not a lot spells aside from like, oh, we should get summon plants and poison imbue and elemental weapon. Except Oh, I think, yeah, those ones. Yeah, these. I can check here. Okay, yeah. Uh, so can use those. And yeah, we need. Can't do summon fiend. We need to summon plants. If we were to pick primal as our sorcery spell list, then we also get the elemental weapon and summon plant. So that might be something to consider. And oh yeah, the transmutation thing as well, of course. Um, yeah, I was just popping over the chat and I didn't want to bring that up, but yes, Draconic Obvious. We obviously picked that one. Draconic Sorcerer. And now we can just pick any other spell. What do we want? Choosing corrosion on top of that. If we were doing poison. I was actually tempted to just like roll the damage dice again. Poison and cold together? I... Eh. Oh, well, poison, draconic. We'll stick with that, and then we could just pick poison spells. Why? Wait. Inflict poison. That's weird. Why is that one? Elemental? Inflict poison. Ailment, dazed, frightened, impaired, slowed, stunned. Poison is not here on the poison. Okay, it's technically it doesn't deal poison damage, so okay. Geez, we start with 4, and that right there is our 4. Um, summon plant. Yeah, this is in order. Oh, and we got to pick one of those things. We'll just do a sturdy, so I don't have to pick any more spells. Is it sturdy, stable, fortified? What kind of magic is that? Relentless. That's it. Honestly, not as valuable as more spells. But again, if we want to just have a nice summon that whose concentration doesn't get breaked, this is better. Got that. And we learned the poison spell here. We got Arcane Sigil. So now we should be able to pick another spell to go with our Draconic Breath. Draconic Breath. Poison. And then we got another area attack spell, because I believe Toxic Burst is that an arch? We're just jumping everywhere. We're just jumping everywhere. I can. There. Shouldn't have that problem anymore. So that's a sphere. And that is an aura. Okay. So now with Draconic Breath, we now have a line and cone attack. So now it's just a matter of learning a spell that doesn't deal poison so that we can utilize the meta magic. You may want to spike. Here's through a line, maybe. There's our poison bolt. Right, Living Bomb technically deals fire damage, but only through the burning. Well, it does the burning, and then as a might save, it should be dealing poison damage when it explodes. But no, we don't need that. I mean, he's primal. We can just also get Elemental Shield. We could get Elemental Shield to add to our survivability, and then we'll deal with that later. We can get that later, and then so what's a good spell that would be really cool to change into poison damage? Can't say Fireball because that's what Blight Bomb is. We can do a cascade of poison, but actually, yeah. I mean, sure. Let's turn that into poison damage. Oh, and then we still have spell focuses. Thematically, what would be a good spell focus? Use that. Click there. Spell focus Psi. I mean, everyone wants powerful, but powerful has been nerfed a bunch so that you need two hands and provocative, provoke, in order to use it. So that's kind of why we have Arcane Sigil to just plop us down onto one space. Overload Magic, which will now give us disadvantage on saves. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of risky. You'll need our shadow guardian to protect you while you blight bomb everything. Oof. Like the Grim Noir books. This is our 2 damage 1, and it's gonna have 2 hands Uh, provoke and powerful. Cool. And then under that will be just the sorcerers gets uh one. They get two by level 5. Um, Vicious is obvious. Ward might be. Oh yeah, with draconic stuff. Uh, you get physical damage reduction. Well, no, you get physical resistance 1 and um your draconic power resistant 1 as well. That probably might be buffed to be full on physical, full on resistance. So yeah, it's potential. Um, if you wanted it to be a little more tankier and survive whatever comes our way, because otherwise we just get long ranged or close quarters if someone gets close. Yeah, we have options. That is the thing. That's a build. The poison half elf sorcerer. Yay! Sure, we'll go toxic sorcerer. Ooh, all right. Give me a little break for a sec. Be right back. Sorry, back. We're making someone else. Blank. Because we're doing this because I didn't plan anything else yet. Wheel. Boop, boop, boop. My mouth is open because I'm making a drum roll sound. Eh. Eh. Another barbarian. It's random. It is random, right? It's always we got random. However, halfling does make this interesting. I should at least we'll just roll it again. So we'll just combine the two. Cold. Obviously, elemental fury. Oh. Okay, well, ignoring poison. I want the cold, but we have to We just need every single halfling ancestry trait, you guys. I keep. Come on. Just grab it all. Halfling. Small, elusive, brave, endurance. That one. Well, I can't actually. I should just small, brave. All the default. Just to save us the trouble. And we'll still do Berserker. It's champion, right? How did I miss? Yeah. Full on champion build. But, the cold is cool. We'll pick a fancy weapon to make this a little more unique. Elemental Fury Berserker. We're getting champion trades. All the defaults. We'll get another trait later. But yes, class features, yeah. Berserker stuff. Got it. Talent. Do we want more maneuvers? Lots of maneuvers. Maybe master at arms so that we can use tons of maneuvers. And tech. Okay, we'll just get cold imbue. How's that sound? One cold imbue doesn't help. I mean, the wheel itself, the classic wheelofnames.com is the site. So you just type everything you see here into it. Spell, just get cold imbue. That's all we need. Cold imbue is all we need. And now, something. Now we do kind of need the grab. And yes, I'm not gonna roll the dice because I don't want it to land on might. We will make that 0, and we will make that. We didn't go over what skills our toxic sorcerer should learn. Oh, he was going to be very smart. Anyway, yeah, we can just. And yes, 1. So we spent the 1 point there. That can be 2. And we'll make it 2. Just. Yeah. So now we're more of a high PD berserker. kind of antithetical, and we'll basically want to get attacked by area effect spells and attacks so that we can get trigger Berserker's Barrage. Berserker's regains stamina feature, but otherwise we're just going to be focusing on getting heavy hits. Whatever. So we keep that. Cool weapons. Cool weapon. Admittedly, my first thought for a cool weapon would be a rapier. And then that immediately got in my head Weiss from Ruby. Though I guess no, the first weapon I thought of was a whip. Berserkers with whips. Toxic. No, I'll think about that. Whip. Watch me whip. Actually, a pickaxe. If this is like a little guy who went through the storm and has come out as like Stormborn, a nice carving pickaxe might be the most thematically related one. That would be cool. And we'll just give him two and dual wield. That's pretty neat. So again, we just have cold imbue just to keep up the cold damage, but we have everything that comes from elemental fury, cold, and then we can just pick whatever maneuvers we want. We got the good agility, so we could get heroic extend jump. Jump, H jump, and of course, like meteor strikes. But yeah, we'll just jump in high. I want to see. We'll do the Swift Strikers then. It would be neat to try Sunder Armor. If we were to freeze our opponents to death, we can do Sunder Armor and just bring them, chip through their icy thing. What else? Let's look at the list. Let's keep that. We'll go up to. Oh, it's all Sunder Strike. Sunder Strike is 2 SP. We'll have to wait till level 2 for that, except we also have Champions, the Master at Arms, which can give us an SP discount that apparently doesn't count towards the stamina spend limit. Again, things I can't read. And is it really worth vulnerability 1, especially at higher levels? A little gremlin guy. Maybe. I guess it's a halfling. So making Stewie Griffin as Do I want to? Do I want to Google that? Do I want to see if he was ever in like a parka or something? That would. Ew. Stewie Griffin in a parka. I mean, okay, now I see where you're thinking about Stewie, the whip, the hoof, the hoof. I didn't even picture that. I didn't even picture in my head that. But thank you. Uh, I'm not. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh I don't. Oh, it's. Oh no. I don't have audio, but oh god, what? Don't leave the fridge open. No. Okay, this is our inspiration, you guys. For you. Okay. I need the one for maneuvers, one for spells, one for class. That's a lot. Yeah, but that would be smart. Uh, or our pickaxe throwable. It's nice that we have um a maneuver specifically for ranged throwing weapons. One's nice, though. There's this nice empty spot here that you could put something like a ricochet shot or something. One that's like specifically for ranged weapons that basically function a bit like you get to ignore enemy cover, and the weapon can bounce off of both walls and off of enemies, so that you have the chain reaction that lightning bolt has. That'd be good. We'll be using throwable stuff is last minute, last chance, something. So sidestep if we want to impose disadvantage, but we're fast, so just swap. Okay, so how many do I need? We have the two. We are just getting cold imbue, so we ignore that, and then we get one more. No, we're getting two more from Master at Arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll need another one when we get cold imbue. I mean cleave, just to have an area attack. Hmm. I still got the picture of Stewie on the other screen. Get rid of that. Okay. Swift Strike, Sunder Strike, Piercing Shot, Cleave. I guess we're jumping. I do kind of want to see how reposition. You know what? Recover. Recover. We have very low H. We don't have a lot of HP, so recover might be necessary. And that would be the one we get at 5th level. We got Cold Imbue, and then we could get another thing at 4th level. We can just get a spell. We don't need to be multi-classing into other things just to get a spell. Freeze was my first thought. Woo! Oh yeah, and Elemental Fury does also come with a cone subclass. The slowing aura is definitely the ice one. And that's what we'll get, yeah. It's nice that they, give us the option, but it is clear which ones match the damage type we picked. Oh, never another talent. Yep, adaptive tactics. Just cause. Fun. Now, I'm pretty sure there was already a D&D class that is the no, am I thinking a ranger class? Yeah, I'm sorry, I was thinking a ranger class. There isn't a still one. There isn't any elemental berserkers that are official D&D ones, but that's why we got this. That's why we got this one. Oh, freeze is in the wrong spot. Yeah, I say that's enough of a berserker. We don't have to fill out the rest here. And we're dual wielding pickaxes. We can have 3 pickaxes just cause. Saving this one as ice berserker. Yeah, it would have been nice if it landed on hunter instead of champion, because then we can get the favorite terrain, and well, I guess that's not much. We already have the element. We already have cold resistances, so ignore that when we do enrage. So, all right, I have time for one more. And yeah, I think we are going to reroll if it's if we get any overlaps. So here we go. Come on. Come on. Oh. Oh. Okay. 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 I see you. I get it. We got a rogue. And I feel like with corrosion, we could do the slow death subclass. Is it slow death? Is it called slow death? I guess I'm right. Come on. Give it that to me. Long death. Okay. Ooh, this sounds evil. And we'll just roll it again, because we know what we're doing here. They really want me to double down on this. Okay. So this was our corrosive dragonborn. We're gonna need Dracon. Gonna need Draconic Breath. Corrosive. We're gonna need Draconic Resistance. Corrosive. And insert human trait here. Human Determination. Cue the Undertale sound effect. Rogue have rogue-ish con and debilitating strike. And they will get the cheap shot, right? Yeah, that attribute increase. We could use that attribute increase. Okay. I'll roll and hope it doesn't land on intelligence, but we're gonna be a really smart rogue anyway. 3 charisma. I did it again. Man, come on. And oh, 4. Oh. Well, not 3. If we have -2, we still get it's 4, 2, and then Rogue gives us only 1, but then expertise and everything. But we don't have enough skill points to really do that. Huh. My glasses got glared up. It'll take a little bit to go through here. So a very persuasive rogue. And yet we have acid and stuff. Very scary. And he has expertise anyway, so like, oop. But he still only has the 3 points, which kind of sucks. This investigation. Oh right, intelligence dump. I mean stealth, yeah. Okay. Oh right, we picked druid. We're planting. It's okay. I know public. It's public knowledge now. It's called Druid Grove, and this is Groove. Grover. But after that, yeah, it's like nature's torrent and everything. Though, you know what? We are part dragon. It'd be fun to turn into at least a little dragon guy. Wild form and then the whatever the upgrade thing for wild form is. Yeah, we'll look it up. Yeah, we're gonna look it up. What could it be? I have to go all the way up here. Class talents. It's wild form expansion. Sure. So we can turn into a lizard, and then nothing else. We don't get any of the other stuff here. Um, yeah, we're wasting our talents basically. It's like, oh, we got to get no. There's utility. There's utility in the wild form. Mm-hmm. Do I need the corrosive? Yeah, let's not get acid imbue. Let's get what are the corrosive spells anyway? Other one here says we should probably get utilities while we're here first. So I get to 2. Reposition. I want to try and use reposition at some point because it sounds cool. That seems so cool. We have this under debilitating strike. So we need savage strikes, and that does bleeding. You know what? Yeah, no, we don't. We want swift strikes. Repossession and swift strikes, and then we get another one at level 3. The heroic intimidate. No, we don't have good intimidation. We have good taunt. We can taunt. We can taunt. You know, I don't have skill taunt. Just H taunt. Look at that taunt. And we'll know what spells. Now we can. Unless there's. Oh, we might need sidestep. If we're not picking Swashbuckler Rogue, we might need sidestep. And then we still have room for 1. We have the 1 spell is all we need. I'm afraid it might have to be Cold Imbue, but then that's also feels like a cop out. Let's take a look at all the corrosion spells. Acid Mutilate, Acid Stream, Summon Elemental, Corrosive Bolt, Corrosive Cascade, Corrosive Wave, Acid Rain. 7 feet, summon. Wave 1's an arch. The Cascade was the cylinder. No, it's Acid Rain. Wait a minute. Nope, that's it. Acid Stream is a line. Cascade is the cylinder that has Acid Rain. Did I misread that? Or did they mess up? Okay, what? Oh, is it? No, actually, I have no idea. That's an enhancement. Oh. Okay, so yeah. It's acid imbue. We got to do acid imbue. Pew pew. So we have cast that, and then we at least have to pick a weapon. Do we want? Yeah, it's bows, ranged weapons. I'm feeling the sling. I'm feeling the sling. Which, yeah, let's. I will duplicate it one more time. I'm feeling the sling. Slingshot. This thing's silent? Go twing. It's an impact too. So we'll just remove the silent. It's just an impact slingshot. Shooting acid balls. Isn't that neat? And then for close range weapons, we got knives. Or is now time for the whip? Whoa. Now it's the time for the whip? Do a little dart. Dart sounds fun, but everyone's just like, yeah, it's the dagger. It's the throwing dagger. There's, yeah, daggers. Ah, wrong color again. Here's a dagger. A dagger or two. Slingshots. Yep. Alright. Technically, we could just get a shield as well. If we really wanted. So yeah, hopefully, with if wild form gets sufficiently changed, we might have a fairly cool lizardy lizardy rogue. And I guess I should double check the what long death even is. It is the bleed. Your ability to can also, if a creature fails, it also becomes bleeding. So you don't have to choose the bleeding effect for debilitating strike. If a creature affected by bleeding from this feature, the DC to end any bleeding is equal to your save DC, and it can no longer be. Here we go. Okay, it's a slow, painful death. We'll see. Again, like if we flavor the bleeding as corrosive, that seems pretty cool. All right, we got that one done quicker than expected. So now I could just open up the Q&As. And sure, we'll be saving this anyway as the Acid Rogue. Hey. Don't touch the mic. Oh, I should Open the stream thing. Yep. Hats off. Hats off to you. Whoosh. What else is there to talk about? So how many of you guys actually looked at the homebrew Zelda items that I made? Oh no! Well, no one's seen it. Nobody's seen it. I hope they didn't see it. And then they go back and they see it. Dang. My secrets. I have to look through the files, try and find my Zelda magic items. So what? No. Like my print version. Yeah, no, these were linked at the end of the video, so like, your fault for not seeing them. Yeah, most of these are unchanged. Kinda wish I went a little bit more into homebrewing a lot of these weapons, but it is just like, we went over how to make these ones using the official rules, so, damn. You need to add, like, doesn't know, whatever. That said, where are the weirder things? Giant Strength. That one just gives you the powerful build, but only for grappling and lifting things. So you are still medium sized. In case, something bigger wants to pick you up and throw you around. Half burrow speed is here. Your burrow speed is only equal to half. And if you end your turn on the ground, you are pulled directly up to the surface. Something to just prevent you from hiding down there. Pegasus Boots Line Run. Use the object action and you can move in a straight line. Doing so will ignore difficult terrain and prevent opportunity attacks. Yeah! The Deku Leaf is 1-5. Mimish Cap, there's a magic item that lets you reduce your size, but then I was like, I'll just add this artifact on here to just give it sentience, and also to give you unlimited uses of reduce, so long as you're on a Mimish portal, and you will stay micro-sized indefinitely. Adventures. Then the fire bombs here. It's a trinket to use, and it makes an area attack and it explodes. Water bomb. See the bomb explosion, but now if it is underwater, it deals bludgeoning damage. Bombachu. See the explosion thing, except it has autonomous. The autonomous enhancement from Arcane Bolt. And the bomb arrows, ice arrows, shock arrows, lightning arrows. Light arrows. The blind people. Hook shot is here. It just has Nature's Tether, except I also added the artifact. When you cast Nature's Tether with this item, you produce a metal chain instead. And go ahead and use your stamina points in place of action points enhancements. Iron Boots. Condition minor. Yep. You have resistance of being knocked or moved prone. Fire Rod has Fire Twister. Ice Rod has Frostball. Tornado has Sky High Tunnel. Sand Rod has Mold Earth. I guess it was supposed to be Wall of Earth with that one, but And then the Sheikah Slate has Time Bomb, Remote Bomb, Ice Pillar, and Telekinesis. I feel like I should have put a little more thing in saying Telekinesis can only work with metal objects. Like, and then we have spells. Whoa! Fire Twister. It's the tornado spell that is a sustain, and it makes a hazardous area. Has ignite, get burn, and you can choose to end a spell. It will make one more big attack. That's one space with or one space of the air. So an extra space. Frostball is a sphere cold attack. So there isn't a sphere cold attack that does the freezing, and it also still has the fireball. Cast multiple spheres. Ice Pillar. 3 space tall, 1 space diameter, made of ice, come from the ground. Large creatures and objects prevent the wall from being created. It's not a wall, it's a pillar. It's a live document, so I can just say pillar. This ice pillar acts as a solid. If I don't have a Hyrule campaign set for my players to use, but it is kind of the inspiration of just like you have players, or technically you could make this a single player one just to make it feel a little fairer. I don't know. A single player campaign. I would like to write something like that. Single player campaign is what I meant. But that's I'm waiting until the full version of DC20 comes out before I start really investing into supplement material. But again, this was just me going out of control. Yeah. Well, if I had friends that would be willing to see the campaign. Admittedly, I'm not really much of a campaign watcher myself. Don't really watch a lot of live plays. But okay. Right, so cast a spell. The whole point of this was like, oh, you can like they get moved over to a space we want that of their choice. Otherwise, they will ride the pillar upwards. If collision occurs, they will move off the pillar to an unexpected space away from the other choice. So make sure you have some space above you. And it's 3 spaces tall. It can be destroyed by stuff. It's got the freezing. It's slippery. Yeah. And there's the one that actually launches you more into the air. The remote bomb is pretty neat. Conjure a tiny remote bomb in the space. You're in 10 spaces. It's the same as Chaos Bomb, except not chaos. It will deal fire damage. Oh no, it will deal bludgeoning damage unless you get the disintegrating enhancement that makes it true damage. It's literally just the disintegrating one costs 1 whole MP because the other disintegrating spells cost 2 MP to cast. So this is my way of making so you can at least make some cheap explosives. And of course, it also blows people away and everything. And I definitely wanted the Annihilation spell passive as well. Even have increased the duration for it. The spell ends. Yeah, I don't have anywhere saying what happens if the spell's duration ends. I guess the bomb would just disappear without exploding. The distance here, that's when the distance that you can detonate the bomb is increased by 5 spaces. feel like that could be even further, but whoop. Sky High Tunnel. This was basically wind tunnel, but I made it vertical. Have might save, and then it'll push targets up to half the height of the cylinder, so that would be 3. In success more, and then they would get pushed up only one space. Objects smaller than whatever, they get pushed upwards. Smaller sides, they get pushed up one additional space anyway. The size, the maximum size gets increased. Safe landings. The spell's duration is increased to 1 round, and creatures and objects in the area affected by the spell take half damage from falling and have advantage on checks and saves to avoid being knocked prone. Versus continuous for 2 AP. The spell's duration is increased to 1 minute. Creatures in the area affected by the spell can move upwards 1 space by spending 1 spell space of movement, are immune to the damage of falling, and do not fall prone while falling, and objects are moved or pushed to the top of the cylinder and held in space. So that is basically maintaining it. It makes a skydiving thing. It's your skydiving. And Ascension is here too. Another Zelda ability. For other content, admittedly, I do technically do the spell and maneuvers reviews as part of the character builds, as well as rule explanations. A full-on rules explanation stuff I can just leave to other people. I know Bardic Aggravation, as soon as the full version is going to come out, they'll redo all their what's a DC20 character compared to a D&D character. Oh, this is so much cooler. They'll make those. I was just like, make a couple of specific character build videos, and then at some point maybe just do each class like it's the pointy hat. And I would be sort of collecting the inspiration that we've got from our randomly generated characters, and then maybe having like, here's how many different design concepts of this one character you can make. Like, you have the wizard, they have spell school initiative, and they have 8 choices of spell schools to pick from. I make a build for each of those in very broad, just like very loose detail, just so that I can pack them all into one video. Again, full version needs to come out for that. I'm also going to need to make another level 1 party build video once the game officially comes out. Admittedly, I keep forgetting to check when does Delicious in Dungeon Season 2 come? Because I could just remake that video. Right, October. Ooh boy. If that series doesn't end by the time the video I gotta make that video, I might pick doing I won't spoil it. Oh yes. These were the 2 that I was like, I probably don't need to make these 2 spells, but I tried anyway. Fusing two creatures or objects together with an adhesive. Choose one small or smaller object or creature within range. Doing the party builds. That's right. The Cast of Delicious the Dungeon already have like a synergistic party composition. So picking another party would with their synergies could also work. It's just I'm not making them all level 10 or 5. Yeah. You think that we needed some cool transmutation spells, so but damn. It stick things together. This isn't so much the like Zelda's and you fuse like items to your weapons to give them enhancements. This is more so just I want a spell that lets you glue things together. And the results are object to objects, do DC10. The object, of course, has to be smaller than the object you're attaching it to. So if you want to stick a poster to a wall, they have to be one space away from each. Objects need to be stuck together, and then it has to be bold. Attach to each other for the duration, or you can end the spell at any time. A creature one space away can spend a might save to try and detach the object. You can also then attach an object to a creature, and I mean, you could attach a remote bomb if you wanted. And that one is now an agility save to avoid getting it attached, and thus, and then if that object is the same weight, the same size and weight as the creature, and the object itself is not immobilized, such as being planted in the ground or anything, then the creature is slowed and pulls the object as they move. If the object is larger or heavier than the creature, then they are immobilized. So that is how you can you have a small creature, you can glue them to a wall and they'll be stuck. Or you got a small creature and you got creature to creature, you can glue two small creatures together. And it's somehow it's 1 AP. And of course it requires a 1 AP might save to unattach from each other. Increase the size, and then throw in the restrain. Wall Marriage is still here too, and I'm I needed to throw in if you're immobilized, dazed, or on death's door, the spell fails just because I'm really need to do that. Oh, Ninja Turtles? Wow, yeah, that's I definitely didn't have that idea. It won't be the first one that comes out when the game comes, when the full version comes out, but yeah. Why, hello, new person, welcome. I was just going over the homebrews that were available in my previous video on Link from The Legend of Zelda. Again, the turtles were not going to be the first thing once the full version comes out. But that's an obvious one. If I had to do a party, yeah, that's the obvious one. Mostly because a lot of their kits would still be overlapping, so that would save me some time. Yeah. Thank you. Admittedly, this is still a temporary PNGTuber avatar. But it's working. It's fine. I could take the hat off, or I could put on this hat. hat off. Oh, I also still have the expanded Hunter Strike and Mystic Hunter Strike down here too, just to add some things to it. Because I was like, uh, I can't do the cold. I can't do ice arrows. I I did not commission this at all. Okay, so um, I still yes, PNGTuber. This is a modified version of the default avatar. So if you want to get into VTubing cheap and easy, ta-da. So, but thanks for the compliments. Yeah, so is that we just got a new person and it's about time to end the stream. No. Uh, yeah, so Olivia, I guess. I don't know if you're here just because it's a PNG tuber or because of the game we talk about, DC20. Live TV. I mean, I just started. This is my second stream. I don't need to go that far. Um, in fact, like I didn't want to keep this design entirely. Um, yeah, effort and a commission and doing commissions, if that's the case. Admittedly, I know how to do art. I just happen to have a broken drawing tablet right now, and also very inexperienced. Still haven't drawn a lot. I I went to college for all that stuff, but I haven't kept up the practice. Um, that's assume. Anyway, welcome to DC20. This is what we actually talked about since you were gone. Since you weren't here. Yep. Okay. It is time to end the stream. Thank you. Goodbye. I hope that wasn't a bot. Until next time. What do I say? No, it was until next time.